That sounded so great.
We'll put it right up here.
Oh wow. That's so sexy.
I should stop making the internet hard.
I like to keep my vision.
Episode 18 recorded the 26th of April 2014. It is the 8-Bits podcast, by the way. Sponsored by Vlash! Surprise, surprise, who says, happy birthday, mate. So that's a thing, because it's my birthday. Fucking sweet ass, mate!
Happy birthday.
Oh, we're back.
Hello there and welcome to the 8-Bits podcast. I am Maz, Bruce, the Bradadas.
Hello.
And with a special guest from the Dead Workers Party, it's only Afromunkee.
Howdy.
Howdy, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. I've got to say, you have the largest afro we've ever had on the show. Probably.
Have you had an afro before?
No,
I don't think we have.
we haven't.
Okay.
So there you go. Setting the bar.
So
very,
that was
very high.
That was kind of an empty compliment right
Yeah.
there. Since you hadn't had one.
That's what we're all about here.
Get used to those.
You've got the dual fro going, like top and tail.
I was just thinking earlier. I need to shave because it's getting kind of out of hand. You can barely see any of my face anymore.
Just get the eyebrows going as well.
Yeah. Like I need the eyebrows to just cover up my forehead, and it'll be complete.
Now, what do you do, Afro? You've got all the things. You're at Afromunkee on the Twitters and Afromunkee on the YouTube. What's it all about?
At Afromunkee on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. I just do general gaming stuff, and then the podcast with the Dead Workers Party.
Yeah, which is you do the Shaft, which I'm also on, and you guys do another one on Smite, which is about horse racing or something like that.
Yeah, basically, we're calculating the odds and different things like that on horse racing.
Yeah,
it's a really great podcast. Check it out.
And you?
No, it's about.
In case the internet is completely retarded, it is actually about Smite, so that's the thing.
Yeah, High Res is MOBA. It's a third person. It's really fun. You play as a god.
Bruce is.
I really like
it. You're pretty into it.
I'm getting into it. I didn't think I would because I don't normally like MOBAs, but they've done an awesome fucking job.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, and it's. I didn't like LoL when I played that, but playing Smite, I think it's more about the it's actually skill involved to land all the shots and not just clicking something.
Yeah. So, because to me, as an outsider, and I don't know about you, Brad, or how much you know about these.
I watched Spud play some last weekend.
Yeah, it looks the same as LoL to me. Like, what are the fundamental differences between LoL and Smite? Apart from the third personness.
Well, I mean, the perspective really is the biggest difference, but also, like in LoL, when you shoot at something, you click on it to actually fire off your power, whatever it is, and then you have your special powers or whatever. But with Smite, you actually you have to aim it, which adds a little bit more difficulty. But it's just it's not that big of a jump, but. For me, it was night and day playing LoL as compared to Smite.
Wow. It's just better.
Yeah.
For me, it is.
The directional combat is awesome. Especially if you've got something that's got not a huge blast radius. You've got to pinpoint and follow somebody. Can't just click on them and then your attack will follow them.
Okay. Cool. Well,
It almost seems to have a shooter element.
Yeah, it feels like first-person shooters.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Wes said when we first started playing it. He's like, even though I know it's third person, it very much has a first-person shooter feel, but with all the strategy and all this, different techniques added into it. So that's one of the reasons why he was so intrigued by the game.
Before we get started, we've got a message from JBJ Blaze. I'm going to play that and see what happens. I haven't listened to these. It's better for me that way.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
Nothing happened.
It's a good one, that one. Let's try again.
Happy birthday to Extreme Beyond. Happy birthday to
Extreme Beyond.
Happy birthday to. Oh, get the point. Extreme Beyond.
That last one was a little bit frightening.
You loved it.
That was good. Thanks, James. Welcome to the show. It's going to be good. You can go to all of our places on the internet, can't you, Brad?
You can.
It's 8bitspodcast.com. You can check out all our other episodes and become a sponsor like the Wicked Vlash. Good luck beating him, though, because he's just the best guy. And also, facebook.com/8bitspodcast. If you want to get involved and ask us questions or just talk about the things we talk about, it's good.
Get on there and push some more Maz growing a fucking beard. You keep letting us down. Every week, Brad and I have beards. Our guest always has a beard.
That is actually true.
You go on the shaft and everyone on the shaft has a beard.
If you want to make it on the internet, people, you got to have the beards. And I'm holding us back. Maybe I should just be off camera. So
maybe you should just
watch the podcast just rocket the top of the iTunes charts as soon as I'm not in it.
Be Brad and I and a guest.
8bitsbeards.com.
8beards.com.
8beard. Fucking beards. You can follow us all on Twitter. Not that you would want to follow me because I don't have a beard, but Brad is _Bradadas and Bruce is Bruce Uncut. It's a reference to
my beard.
His beard. Good save. I won't interrupt that because that was good. I liked it. Let's go read some news. Wow, it's good times. Today in the news, stick it to the man, Bradders.
Yeah.
It has been. It's got a release date for the Wii U now, May 1st. But according to your advice, you probably should give it a miss. Yeah.
It's meh.
Bit of an average and disappointing wreck of a game. Are you familiar with any one-player games, Afromunkee? Or are you like Brent, where you just... No, alright.
Nah.
Good chat. So, yeah, it's not a thing.
If it goes on sale for next to
$1.
nothing.
Next to nothing,
Yeah.
give it a whirl.
Yeah.
But mainly no. Cool. I don't have much news this week, so I might get some of you.
Bradders?
Alright. So there's been some more firings and leavings in the world of video games.
Oh.
So Last of Us lead artist Nate Wells left Naughty Dog,
Okay.
which is a bit sad because I saw the work he did for Last of Us on that documentary,
Yeah.
and it was really good. So hopefully he ends up somewhere awesome.
So, why? Why are all these firing and leavings happening?
Well, the Naughty Dog ones, people are thinking maybe after the high of Last of Us, people who might be looking for new jobs have taken this opportunity to ride the wave into something else.
And do you think there's anything to do with a shift in the way the industry is working now with, Kickstarter things?
Could well be. Indies are certainly looking a lot more as a place to be. You can go there and do your own thing.
And earn a living. And
yeah.
A bit more freedom creatively.
In sadder news, though, Bungie have fired the Halo Destiny composer, Martin O'Donnell.
Okay.
And I didn't think much of Halo after the second one, but the music was always a high point of those games.
The music was phenomenal in those games.
For sure. And it seems like a strange decision. His music's almost iconic to Bungie, and to let him go for no particular reason.
Could it be a oh my god, creative decision in terms of they don't want Destiny to sound like Halo? Could it be that simple?
But he's already done the work. He's already done the work for Destiny. It's done.
Oh shit.
Maybe they want to burn their business to the ground.
Maybe they had a Christmas party and he got his dick out.
Oh.
That could be a thing.
Oh.
I thought he would get a raise for something like that.
Hey, somebody got a raise.
He got a raise. Then he was fired.
Yeah, don't get your dick out in Japan like I did. So there you go. Weddings. Lol. Anyway. Well, that is sad news.
Yeah. Shall I continue?
Yes.
Or Bruce, do you want to jump in?
Your next news bit is something I have down for my hyperability.
Oh. Yeah.
I knew you'd be excited about this one.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because it's a new Fatal Frame coming out for Wii U.
Woo!
So apparently the guys behind Fatal Frame realised that the Wii U's a camera.
Yeah.
But Nintendo don't.
No. Like, why aren't they making Pokemon Snap?
Yeah.
Make a Fatal Frame. Let's look at our back catalogue of games with cameras in them and make them again. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is exciting. I'll talk a bit more about that later.
Hopefully they don't fuck it up.
And also a Fatal Frame live action movie was announced
Fuck that shit.
in Japan.
Fuck that shit.
I want to see it.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You know how Japanese horror movies go? Everybody dies.
Yeah.
You can't beat the curse. It's not a thing.
Yeah, it's good.
It is good. So that's exciting.
Everyone dies covered in tentacles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There'll be more about that later.
Yes, I'm aware. Nintendo have done these. I'm really excited about them. Anyway, the Mario and Luigi Wii remotes. They've announced a Peach and Yoshi one now, and I'm pretty excited. It's just a little thing. I'm excited about them. When I'm like updating my Wii remotes so that they have the Motion Plus inside them, these are the ones I get, and they're fucking sweet. So I'm excited.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Sure is.
Jeez.
Happy birthday to me. Far out.
That happened.
It is.
Yeah.
That was just, these exist now. That's
Oh, okay, that's all it was.
That's all.
Awesome. So Arc System Works, the guys who behind Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, they put up an ad website with someone who looked very much like Blood Rain, that old game with the vampire that fights Nazis. And everyone was kind of excited because Arc System Works do really good systems for games, and Blood Rain's something that hasn't been treated greatly. But then it was very disappointing. They're just they're porting the Way Forward recent Blood Rain game in Japan, and the countdown stopped, and it was that, and no one cared.
Someone was hyped.
I remember playing the original Blood Rain, and I won't say I really liked that game, but because I was a teenager and it had boobs in it.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah, Ghibli boobs.
I know,
Mate,
but it is disappointing because I didn't even know about this, and then you got my hopes up reading this, and then I saw the disappoint everyone. I'm like, oh, this is not going to end well. So I'm sad now.
Well, at least it wasn't 2 days of hype like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had 30 seconds of it. Brad went into a dark place.
It was.
A dark place in Japan.
Do you want me to just finish off my news?
Yeah, sure.
So the last thing I've got is a couple of bits on the rumour mill, and that is Capcom is to announce Resident Evil 7 at E3.
Mate, until they say it's going to be like Resident Evil 4. It's fucking hell. Until that happens, I'm not going to care because when did 6 come out?
last year.
Fuck.
They snuck that one
That
out.
must have been really
You
bad.
can pick it up for $10 now.
Shit. They know it's not worth
It's like
it.
those movies that go straight to DVD.
Yeah, Planes.
Yeah.
The Pixar movie, Planes. That's on DVD now. I'm like, you didn't even hit cinemas. Good.
No one cared.
No one cared.
And UbiArt's Prince of Persia.
Mm.
You know what? Oh my god. Just platform. Oh my god. Like old school. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mate. UbiArts. Fuck. We'll talk more about that
Yeah,
in a minute. Oh no, we won't.
No,
Nah.
sometime.
we won't at all.
Sometime today.
Sometime. We Child of Light's released in 4 days.
Yep,
I will have it,
me too.
and we'll have a big Child of Light special.
And I'll sit here and drink beer and not give a shit.
Yeah.
Play some Smite.
Smite. Club Nintendo in America has said you won't be able to order any physical rewards until May 13th. So Club Nintendo, for you guys who aren't Nintendos,
Which is none of us.
Yeah.
Nobody's a Nintendo.
I am. I'm a big Nintendo.
We'll put a cartridge inside of you later
Nintendo.
and see what happens.
That's the thing where you buy a Nintendo game, you scratch the code, you put it into your Club Nintendo account, and you get coins in the US. You get stars over here, and you can use those coins to redeem, plushies, fucking stickers, posters, or games over there, and so it's really cool. During this time, there's no physical prizes, but they have increased the amount of digital game downloads you can redeem with your rewards, so that's cool. It is thought that this has something to do with the new systems of connectivity that they're bringing out with Mario Kart 8 and the Nintendo Club, the Nintendo Network ID thing. So perhaps there'll be some new items and rewards that come out that people are pretty excited about. So there you go. If you're in America, go check out what games they have on offer and cash in some of your points, or wait for more prizes. Some of them are really good. I ordered some Mario Premium playing cards, and they're like...
Have you got those
plastic and
yet?
see-through. No, they haven't arrived yet. Usually they take about a week or two. I should check my mailbox, to be honest.
You should.
It's probably in my mailbox.
It's probably sitting there.
It's probably in my mailbox. So that's the thing. That's all my news.
Just quickly, what did you think of the Tomodachi Life
You know what?
Nintendo being douches
I
about gay?
I don't know what that means.
Did you not see this?
No.
Right.
I only literally this morning I watched a trailer for Tamagotchi Life going, what the fuck is this?
This looks like The Sims.
It just looks like
it's
The Sims
heinous.
with weird dream sequences and
Yeah.
Shaquille
What
O'Neal.
do you
So
expect?
the romance options didn't necessarily have to be same sex. I mean, not same sex, the other way around.
Straight.
Straight.
But
But Nintendo,
patched it.
they patched it out and rather offensively said
really?
was a mistake. It's like,
Wow.
You know what? Like
right in the social justice.
parts of the
Wow.
planet
Wow.
aren't ready for that shit, and Japan especially. It's very kind of we know it happens, but just keep it to yourself. We don't have a problem, but just shush.
Well, it was nothing. It was like, give them some flowers.
Yeah.
Maybe a kiss will happen on
Yeah.
the cheek, probably.
It's not like anal rape dungeons. We're gonna.
No,
Well, I don't need that game.
no.
I don't
There's
need
no,
that game.
Mate, what if we told you about rape?
This is not a game I need.
There's no HD docking.
Oh man, I'd love to see my knee docking. Docking with fucking Reggie. Reggie's me. My body is ready. No, I hadn't heard about that. But it doesn't surprise me. It's Japan. For fuck's sake.
It's disappointing, though.
It is disappointing. I mean, if it's already in there, just shut up about it. Obviously, there was some...
Let's not be inclusive.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We're Nintendo.
Fuck it. Honorable mistake.
Shameful display.
Brucey, what do you got up your sleeve?
I guess following on from Rumour Mill, the Unreal Engine 4.1, and I'll stop shaking my legs because it's taking the shit out of the microphones. Their update's going to support the Steam OS and Linux.
Okay.
So,
Also,
which is
Xbox
exciting
One
for the
and-
Steam box.
Also, Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah. So that's kind of exciting for Steam box. The other one is, and I had to put this in there, it upset me. DICE, what the fuck are you doing? So, DICE have decided that the root cause for their latency issues on Battlefield 4 has come down to the configuration of the hardware they're using on their servers. So, I don't know what testing they fucking did, but clearly it didn't work.
None.
So they've gone out and bought a whole bunch of high-performance servers and are claiming that's going to fix it. So,
Alright.
Sorry, this stereo's fucking with my head. So I'm crying.
You sound amazing.
I know I sound amazing, but my brain and trying to
can't
talk is like,
Now, I have to interject here. When did Battlefield 4 come out?
I know, right?
12 months ago.
Goodness.
Like, they're just now figuring this out?
So
Some
now?
guy's gone, maybe it's this stuff that's fucked.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll try that. Let's try that.
someone's walked into the server room and gone, shit, we probably should take it off of this laptop and put it on an actual server. You laugh. A lot of big business do that with a lot of their application servers. It cracks me up.
That's really
It
funny.
also makes me angry, but... so yeah, I had to put that in there. You know how I feel about DICE and EA. And as Avra has said, when did it come out? 12 months ago. So... they need to sort their shit out. I don't think Battlefield 4 is ever going to help. The EA owls, fuck.
Don't invoke the owls.
That's what happens if we
Well,
talk.
I mean, I've owned. I didn't get it at launch, but I've owned Battlefield 4 for at least 8 months, and I've played it a total of 2 hours because I was so pissed off at the performance of the server.
Yeah, if we talk at length about EA, we get the EA owls. They just... it's a thing. It's on a
Every time EA does something stupid, those
Yeah.
owls pop up.
Those owls. They're amazing. Love
So
EA.
every time we talk about EA, basically.
But, yeah.
So yeah, that's all I've got in terms of news this week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Afro, do you know if anything's
yes.
happening?
Ooh. You've been told.
Oh.
Ooh.
Good chat.
What?
Do you have any news, Afro? Any news from your side of the world? We may have
Not really.
covered
I didn't
everything.
really prepare for this.
Excellent.
He did.
Like the last hour, I just spent drinking. So
Oh, excellent.
You did the adequate preparation then.
That's all we ask.
Well, yeah.
All we ask is that you drink before the show and take off your pants.
And if you don't drink before the show, then you have to be Brent and drink moonshine during the show.
We're in the save state where we can talk about what we've been playing. And Afro, let's go with you first and see what you think of things.
I've been playing Wildstar beta.
Okay.
The
Now,
game
Brent?
isn't coming out until June, early June. But I've been jumping in on the beta sessions because I pre-ordered the game, and it's a lot of fun. Like I played WoW way back in the day, but I haven't really played an MMO since. And then I started playing Wildstar, and I'm like, it's almost the same deal with me and LoL, and then going to Smite.
Yeah.
I like Wildstar so much better than WoW because it's not a WoW was third person, but it still was you click on the thing to attack. Whereas Wildstar is totally, it's third person. You shoot in this direction, and if they aren't in that direction, you don't fucking hit them.
Yeah. Brent
And I really like that.
Brent was playing this on our last show, and he really likes it as well. So, apart from that, does it offer anything more exciting than just actually having to think about what you're shooting at or attacking? What is it about this MMO that's pulled you in so much?
Well, it's actually some of the stuff that I haven't managed to get to yet because we haven't gotten a big like raid party together. But I've watched some video that was released at PAX East that was basically of one of their huge like raid parties, and the fact that it's not just about attacking the bosses, it's about figuring out what's going on. Like was one where a random person in your raid is selected and they get a bomb, and if they don't get away from everybody, the bomb will explode and the platform you're standing on falls away, and your party can fall away with it. Well, they showed 2 videos, one of a party where they couldn't figure it out, so their entire party wiped because no one could figure this out, so the entire platform gets destroyed. And then they showed the second one where they figured it out. They figured out if you jump off the platform while you have the bomb, when the bomb goes off, you'll just get blown back up onto the platform, and then you can continue on. But like the second video they showed, it was like this whole raid was going in on this boss, and they get it really, really low, but there's only one guy left in the raid, and he freaking kills this thing and ends that portion of the raid. And just the enthusiasm in his voice when they finally beat it just explains how extremely frustrating it must have been just to get to that point. And like all of his guild mates are laying around him needing to be revived. He's like, no, not going to revive him. I'm just going to leave you there because I killed this guy. I'm going to revel in this moment.
Nice.
I want to be that guy.
So it sounds like it's got a lot more depth to sort of the bosses and that kind of thing. It's not just, like you said, a dude in a room that you've got to kill because he's a certain level.
They make it very much. There's environmental things that you have to contend with as well. There's a bit more strategy. I'm sure once you get used to it, it's still going to be, you know, it's MMO. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it, but at least it seems like they're putting a lot more effort into making it interesting for the people who have to actually, you know, get in there first and actually have to figure this stuff out. Like me, I'll just be looking on the wiki. I'm like, okay, so I have to do that to get to this raid.
I need to leave this game for about 2 months so the wikis build up, and then I can kick the shit out of it.
It sounds like it would be really good going through fresh with a band of people and learning everything for the first time and not Wikipediaing it.
Well,
maybe.
And what I'm hoping is the release, like I said, I think it's the first weekend in June, and I'm hoping that me, Brent, and Eric at the very least can get together and start playing and get through, like, at least get to like the first kind of like dungeons and stuff to get that experience before the wiki just gets filled out with the answers to everything and we just go to that.
Afro, it's simple. You just don't fucking look at the wiki.
It's so tempting. It's so tempting.
I remember the days where you play Zork Nemesis and you actually had to figure it out.
Yeah, but
or call the hotline.
You also have dual monitors these days, so you can have the wiki on one and the game on the other.
You guys.
No hotlines. You don't have to pay $87,000 to call hotline.
Do you know what's really funny? We paid that much money, and every time, like, we used it once, the hotline. This is Zork Nemesis, by the way. You kids playing at home, just kill yourselves. It's a great game. It's on GOG.com. And we got through to the hotline trying to figure out this puzzle, and you go through all the numbers, which disc you stuck on, which section, which this, and you get to it, and then it goes, "Thanks for calling. Dude, didn't tell us the answer." So in the end, we spent all this money on this fucking. It was like $5.95 a minute. You were on the phone for 20 minutes or something bullshit.
Thanks for paying $847. Your call is important to us.
Yeah.
Please hold.
Yeah, call again. So we called it twice trying to get the answer. Both times it just hung up on us at the point where it's supposed to give us the answer, and we just figured it out. Just went to sleep, dreamt the answer, tried it the next morning, fucking worked.
I love dreaming the answer.
Yeah.
That works so many times.
Do you know how many times that's been said in the last 10 years?
DreamWiki.
No. Nobody has said that since the invention of the internet, and it's ruining games. Anyway.
I think the last time that happened to me was Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
On the Gamer Cube?
Could have been.
It's good times. I love it. Anyway, so stay away from the wiki. You'll be a better person for it.
Or you'll be a much angrier person because you can't get anywhere.
That as well. And then, because you won't have those moments of supreme satisfaction if you just wiki it. You'll just be one of those dead players, dead eyes like a horse. Just
Chinese gold farmers.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
No worries.
So Afromunkee is currently going to the toilet, I imagine, to do a number poo. I'm gonna open some Pokemon cards that Brad has got me for my birthday. So that's a thing.
Smell those new cards.
Fill in. Does anybody want a Legendary Treasures? Nobody plays it. Don't worry about it. Afro's back. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, I've opened these now, and it's gonna.
OCD was gonna force you to do it.
Well, sorry about that, but while I was waiting for the podcast to start, I drank like 5 of these, and it came back on me.
Fucking
so, you know.
Dunsparce is a bullshit Pokemon. Anyway. Afro, we do a thing where we get you to rate out of 5 stars, no halves, what you think of the game you've been playing recently. So, Wildstar, what do you score that?
I'm going to give it a 4. And the reason why I'm not giving it a 5 is just because I haven't seen what the raids and the dungeons are like.
I have one question as well. Now, Neverwinter came out in beta, and you guys said it suffered from I've done everything by the time it was released. Are they holding back content from you that you can get excited about, or is it a matter of by the time it comes out you're not going to care because you've already done everything?
Well, I think with Wildstar, they're putting level caps in so that you can't get beyond a certain point during beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while doing that, I mean, the early on stuff, you're still going to be bogged down with doing the same stuff unless you go with the other faction. But I think once you get to the point, like I literally got a character up to the point where I am probably with maybe 36 hours of play. And that's on, you know, with Brent and Eric, and then I played another night or another weekend beta by myself, basically. So I don't think it's going to be that much to get back to where I am once the game actually releases. So I don't think I'll be that bogged down. And then if it really is where I feel like I'm bogged down, I can just switch to the other faction because all the missions will be different.
Cool. I did have another question. I forgot it. Oh yeah. Is it open beta for everyone, or do you have to be invited?
It is for everyone, but you have to request a key, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how to do that because keys have always been given to me by Brent.
He's the key master.
My money tree gives me the key.
Bruce, have you had a look at this at all?
Not yet. I've been meaning to
get on it.
I was a bit concerned that they were going to do what Neverwinter did, and Neverwinter did the same thing. They level capped in the open betas. But because I was playing from the start in closed beta, I was max level and had done everything before the launch of the game. So, yeah, I want to check it out, but I'll get there eventually, I guess.
Good.
Well,
Excellent.
And also for us, it's like we have so many other games that we're playing that it's probably not going to be, at least for right now, an every week thing. So it's like it'll take us a while to get to the point where we're playing like the max level raids and stuff like that, and trying to get the best gear or whatever. So it'll probably like that'll probably extend it out for us, because right now we're 90% of our time playing video games is playing Smite, which is actually starting to get a little bit on my nerves, but it's whatever.
You're always in the Smite channel on
TeamSpeak.
Fortress. TeamSpeak, that's what it was. TeamSpeak 3.
Yeah.
Which is good. So hopefully it does last you a lot longer. I mean, I'm a psycho when it comes to MMOs, so and Diablo 3 and stuff like that. So I'll just play it till a max level and then I'm done.
Cool. I have a question for you, Bruce. Did you end up getting and playing Adventure Time?
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
We'll get back to that.
Not yet. We will come back to it. I do need to get it. I haven't done it yet.
I want to know how shit it is.
It looks like
I know you
garbage.
It does.
So we'll see.
Who next?
I can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, me?
Sure.
Yeah. So originally I was going to talk about Infamous Second Son. Do you remember last time when I said it's pretty?
And that was it.
I've essentially reviewed it.
Okay.
It's pretty.
And that's it?
That's it.
But I will hold judgment until I've finished it. So instead of that, I binged on The Wolf Among Us, the first 3 episodes that are out.
Telltale Games.
Yeah, Telltale Games, Walking Dead, guys.
Clickety click.
It's so good. It's better than The Walking Dead.
Fuck, may I ask, what is the plot?
The plot.
The plot.
Well, that would be spoilers.
Oh.
But the
if I watch the trailer, will it reveal the plot, or is it just like this is a game?
Probably not.
Spoilers.
So it's an urban fantasy noir murder mystery.
Cool.
So the idea is all the fairy tales and fables live in New York City.
Oh.
And you play as the big bad wolf, who is the sheriff.
Okay.
He's the sheriff / kind of a private eye type of dude. And there has been a murder, and
you're gonna
and then
it's
the story happens.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
I haven't played it, but I've watched a lot of people stream it. And videos on YouTube, and now I've pretty much ruined at least the first episode for myself because I've watched people play it. But it is really, really well done. The dialogue is not as cheesy as you'd think it would have been.
Especially
trying to fit
fairy tale characters and stuff.
Yeah, trying to fit the fairy tale characters in it. Like I worked for a TV station, we're an ABC affiliate, and we have this program called Once Upon a Time.
I'm watching that,
which is about sometimes it feels like they're stretching to put all the fairy tales together.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm only 4 episodes in, and I'm like, oh, that was hard work.
The interesting way they do it is all the fairy tale characters aren't one thing. It's more take the main character, Big B, Big B Wolf. He is the concept of the big bad wolf. So he's the big bad wolf from Little Red Riding Hood. He's also the big bad wolf from the Three Little Pigs. And every other big bad wolf that is in a fairy tale is him. And as they introduce more characters, that becomes really interesting.
Well, and not to give it away for Maz, but that's kind of what they do in Once Upon a Time as well, where one character who's key in one season will become... You realize he has multiple characters or multiple fairy tale personas in various different stories. He's just that person that takes that role, but when the story is told to us, and when we're kids, they never say that there's any connection in between, and that's kind of the way they go with that. And I both like it and hate it.
That's how I'm finding that show. We need to do another like a TV and movie podcast, but
I've been saying that for ages.
you have. That's how I find that show. It's really kind of up and down for me. I'm like, this is good, and then I'm like, fuck, that was like an episode of Glee, and I want to kill myself. It's.
How did you make that connection?
It's just.
Do you watch Glee?
I've seen some Glee.
Well,
I don't watch it now. I'd rather kill myself.
And one of the things I find is that show jumps the shark a lot. But we need to talk about that on the new Extreme Beyond TV show and movie.
I've got a name for a podcast. I don't know what it'll be about, but it's Horsehead Hotel.
Horsehead Hotel.
And it'll just be about, I don't know. I imagine it'll be about rants about things we hate.
Terrible movies and TV shows.
Just one last point about that. They've just got the rights to the Wizard of Oz characters and universe and stuff, so that was kind of why I started watching it, but who cares? Back to things.
Yeah,
that's right.
I really.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I mean, Maz, you've played Walking Dead. Almost.
Yes. Yeah.
Kinda.
Almost. I'm too scared to finish it.
Mate, finish it.
I will.
What's wrong with you?
Right, all the things.
So the system's pretty much the same, except in when you get into a combat scenario where the triggers are used as well. I mean, I guess that takes the part of the Q and W prompts on the PC version. But yeah, it's.
Do you feel like the decisions you make are affecting the story?
I was going to talk about that actually. Yeah, I do. Bigby has more of his own character than Lee had in Walking Dead. With Lee, it felt like more I was making the decisions I would make for Lee.
But now
Bigby has more of his own personality, and I'm thinking more of the lines of what would he do rather than what I would do.
Yeah.
It's much less of a dick, nice guy difference. I find myself flip-flopping a lot more between the two, or in that radius. It's got those the things at the end of each chapter that tell you how you did and what other people, like what percentage of other people did the same thing. And I find I'm falling more within the normal range now, like 69% of people did what you did. While in Walking Dead, I often found I was like in the minority. So I guess lots of people are feeling that he has this character that I have gone with as well.
And rather than, like you said, it's you being the big bad wolf, not you in a game making decisions how you would. And one thing with this...
oh, sorry.
Go
ahead.
Well, from what I saw from observing people play it, is that there are a lot of characters that are not Bigby that they're either really nice to him or they're kind of douches to him. So they kind of make it easier to make the quote-unquote right decision.
One thing I found with The Walking Dead was, in the end of things, I didn't feel like my decisions really mattered.
It is a very linear game, but it gives you the illusion of what things you're doing matter, which is nice.
Yeah. The Walking Dead is great, and it's like after the fact, you're like, I'm pretty sure they were always going to die, like, or that kind of thing. But it is the journey going through that. What would you rate it?
Well, I said I only played the first 3 episodes. Unless they really shit the bed, which I don't think they will, I'm giving it a 5.
Oh,
Play it.
play it. How
Nice.
many episodes are there?
There's going to be 5.
There's going to be 5. And how long do they run? About the same?
Probably 1.5, 2 hours each.
Yeah, cool. It's good. If it was any longer per episode, because I like playing it.
Oh, if I had the other 2 episodes, I just would have binged the whole thing.
Yeah. I binged all of season 1 of Veep last night.
What's a Veep?
It's Vice President. It's Elaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the Vice President, and it's fucking hysterical. Have you seen Veep, Afro?
No, I haven't. That's on a different network. I only watch ABC stuff because I have to.
It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we are a happening thing, Bruce.
Mate, I've just been playing Smite.
Mate, do you love it?
Yeah.
Is it 5 stars?
Yeah. It is 5 stars.
That's easy.
That is
But-
easy.
Now, Bruce, since you're so into Smite, I'm going to let you know they just announced a couple of days ago that the World Championships are going to be in January in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh.
Start
And
saving.
and we
So start
went
saving?
We went to their launch tournament and it was freaking awesome. Like, I highly suggest if you can come up with the funds that you attend.
I will have to keep that in mind. I need to find a way for
$3,000
work
later.
to send me to America.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure you
yeah.
can find a way. You've been to Singapore 48 times.
Yeah, true.
Do you have any questions for Bruce to pull some more information out of him about Smite?
Mate, I don't know a lot. I just jump in the arena
just
and
a
beat the
few.
shit out of stuff.
He does. Oh yeah. So, what's your favourite game mode in Smite? Because you had a bit of an altercation with Brent
Yeah.
on the last show.
Okay, my favorite game mode right now is Assault.
Yep.
Just because it forces me to play gods that I don't normally play.
Mm.
But my altercation with Brent was actually over a particular component of when you're playing competitive, which is these bans and stuff. And basically, it's just part of playing a MOBA. You know, having bans where you ban out either the really overpowered gods or characters or whatever. And Brent just doesn't agree with that because he doesn't like taking a long time to pick. And we're saying that's just part of the game. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah. Suck it up, Brent.
He's having none of that.
Yeah, no, that's never going to change. It needs to be there, and as you said, Brent just has to deal with it. And I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
my altercation with Brent was just over game modes.
It was, yeah.
And and that was only because I play mostly arena at the moment because I can't commit to sitting in a full game sometimes, so I have to just jump in arena and play what I can.
Yeah.
But I'm keen to check out the other modes more once I work out what I'm doing with some of the gods. So as obviously, as Afro said, it's directional targeting, so it's quite easy to be really terrible with some of the gods.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. And I was playing a god. Like, I don't do well with melee gods. If it's a range god, I'm usually okay. But melee gods, I just get confused. I'm like, they're so close, and I'm trying to hit them, and they keep moving. I don't understand what's going on. But today I was playing with Ymir, which is like a big, like,
Ice giant. He's a frost giant.
yeah, ice giant. And like, basically what every enemy would do is when I would turn towards them, they just move slightly to the right, and I totally miss them. I'm like, how are they doing that? Like, every single time, like, I'll swipe at them, and they're suddenly to the right. I'm like, I don't understand that. And every single one of them is going to the right. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Dodge.
Yeah, but it was always to the right. I don't understand that.
Yeah, well, clearly the attack must come from the left, maybe.
Well, clearly everybody on the internet that plays Smite has gotten together and they're like, if you're playing against this Afro dude, dodge to the right.
It doesn't do anything other than it's just going to fuck with his head.
He will be up all night wondering why this is happening to him.
It keeps me up at night.
It's probably Brent. Brent's probably gone out there and tweeted, everybody, when you fight against Afro, dodge to the right.
That is a thing. I have been playing Broken Age.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you have some strong feelings about Broken Age.
It's fucking horse-egg, that's what it is. Okay, so Kickstarter made this happen. $3.5 million was put into this piece of shit. And...
Tell us what you really think.
Tell you what we really think. What a bag of cunts. Alright, okay, so... Let's tell you what it is. It's a throwback to the old school amazing point-and-click adventures like Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max.
Sounds good so far.
So far, no.
Oh.
It's not even as good as the new Telltale Sam and Max, which I thought was pretty
They're
average.
okay.
They're okay. It's worse. It's fucking dreadful. Okay. Disclaimer. I've only given it 2 sessions. The first one, maybe a couple of hours or an hour and a half. The second time, I couldn't play more than maybe 30 minutes because I just bored myself to death. It is... I'm going to read my notes because I'm getting so angry just even thinking about it. It really is a click everything in the room, sometimes twice.
Oh.
Go to the next room, click everything in the room, sometimes twice. Go back to the other room, click everything in the room, progress. It's that's how simple this game is. I'm so bored by it. I gave it 2 run-throughs, diddly-do. I was just sick of wandering around, touching everything that I could touch, listening to fucking Frodo talk at me. Like, no disrespect, Elijah Wood, but fucking hell. Get some charisma. Jesus Christ. Okay, so here's an example of one of the puzzles, right? Hey, the space helmet is missing. That's weird. Hey, this is my doll with the space helmet. Oh, it's a bit small to use. Hey, the teleporters shrink your heads for no reason. Problem solved. You put on your doll's space helmet when the teleporter shrinks your head.
Okay.
That's a puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not a puzzle.
Mate, put on your
Yes.
6-year-old hat. And that's probably a puzzle for a 6-year-old.
It's fucking
well, not
crazy.
these days, I guess, but...
Well, I've played Broken Age.
Yeah. How far did you
And
get?
Did you go to the wiki?
No, but I admit
You don't need to,
that-
mate. All you got to do is just play it long enough until it's over. It's fucking...
Yeah. It basically, like, the thing about, like, Monkey Island and games like that is that there was a lot of thought involved in that, and they were very witty in how they did everything.
Yeah.
Whereas this literally is, if you click on stuff enough, you'll just eventually figure out without ever really having to think.
Yeah.
You figure out what you should do.
It's like, here...
And that's why I played it for 4 hours and then I haven't played it since.
Yeah, it's... another one of them is you've got this thing that knits a scarf, which is the coordinates for a place that it teleports your ship to. And it won't take you somewhere that's deemed unsafe because it's in the programming. So you actually find a fucking cross-stitch thing, and when you click it, it says, if I use this on the scarf thing, then I can change the coordinates. So you go and do that.
So it's telling you the answer.
Yes! It's like, what am I supposed to use this for? Hey, maybe you should use that against the crack fox that lives in the den. Alright, I will. There you go. Progress. I might give it one more go, but I probably won't. As you know, Brad, it's split into 2 2 parts. The first part's out now. It's $25. I got a season pass for it. I don't even think it's fucking worth that. It's so shit. The dialogue isn't hysterical. I thought it was going to be... Everyone's raving about the writing. I'm just like, really? Fucking hell.
It's far less witty than I expected.
Yeah,
like
that's
as much as they hyped it, it wasn't as witty as I really would have wanted it to be.
No, it lacks all of the charm and personality of what it's supposed to be throwing back to completely.
Yeah.
And I mean, the art's nice. It's no fucking Ubi art engine, but it's nice. But fuck it.
And there are parts of it that are quite lovely.
Yeah.
But as a whole,
it's a horse egg. Oh my god, just listening to the same fucking dialogue over and over again. And you have to.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I just want to kill myself. But yeah, 1 star for me. Fuck you, Tim Schafer. You gave
it a star?
If I had a go fuck yourself Tim Schafer button, I'd push that. Fucking $3.5 million, you fucking cocksucker. Anyway. I hope you're watching. I know he does. I was so excited. I was like, $25? Fucking sign me up, cunts. And I was sitting there just shaking my head, wanting to fucking get my money back. I wanted the refund. Fuck this, 7-day return policy on Steam. I wanted that. Because fucking shit. It's so bad. Anyway. That's what I've been playing. I've also been playing a lot of Monaco, and that's fucking great. So that should be more than $8.
And I need to get together with you and play some Monaco since Brent and Eric won't play with me. They're too busy playing Smite.
We always struggle to get a full team of 4. So anytime I see you on Skype, I'll be like, mate, Monaco. Got hard-ons for Monaco.
Okay, cool.
It's so good. So fucking good. Isn't it?
It is.
Isn't it? It's the only thing that's kept me happy this week after playing Broken Age. $25 of my hard-earned cash just fucking pissed up the wall, Tim Schafer, you asshole. If I got $3.5 million to make a game...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are sorry for Maz's ranting. He will cease soon.
This fucking city has made me angry. That's what he's done.
He made you hard too.
Is that everything everyone's been playing? Let's move on.
I installed Icewind too.
Oh, shut up. This is a quickfire hype segment. We rattle off some stuff about stuff that we're excited about. Events, things, all the stuff. Yeah. Is there anything you're hyped about, Afro?
Well, I've already talked about Wildstar.
Yes.
I'm really excited about the full-on release, so I can get to the point where I'm playing some of the bigger dungeons and raids and stuff like that. Also, Star Citizen. I'm really, really excited about that. It's Chris Roberts' game. He's basically making a sequel to the Privateer and Wing Commander franchises. That's going to be awesome. Like, I've seen some preview video of what they have so far, and it looks amazing. So I can't wait for that. But also, ArcadiaCon, which is coming up in June. It's a convention down in Galveston, Texas. Is being put on by
some guy.
Wow. The name escapes me at the moment, but they provide the hosting for the Shaftlands and the Shaft podcast.
But I forgot who they were.
It's probably in your job description to know these people.
I hear that name every week, and now I can't think of it. I feel like such a douche right now.
It's not audible.com. I know that much.
No, it's not Audible. But they're putting on a convention, and Dead Workers Party is actually going to be doing the streaming for it. So it's actually kind of a working convention for us. But still, a lot of people that I haven't met before the Minecraft community are going to be there, so I'm really excited about that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's my first working convention where I actually have stuff I'm supposed to do. So
You can't just
it's
walk
the
around
balancing
drunk.
act of drinking and doing stuff.
Yeah, that would be my...
Don't get tips from Eric.
Say no to Kraken. I'm heaps hyped about Final Fantasy Theatrhythm Curtain Call. That was some words that I just said. It's on 3DS. It's a rhythm game like Dance Dance Revolution on a DS, and it's akin to Elite Beat Agents, which is fucking sweet ass game on the 3DS. It's really cool. All Final Fantasy music. There's over 200 songs, 60 playable characters, and a new versus battle mode. So I'm pumped for that. The end.
Right. My quickfires. Child of Light,
Absolutely.
Wolfenstein New Order,
Nazis.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Not Nazis. Boom! Brad is the only one who knows how to do a quickfire hype properly. These are the facts. Brucey?
I've got nothing I'm quickfire hyped about.
Nothing. That's exciting. Let us move straight on to the maximum hype. I've run out of beer, which means we need to wrap this fucking show up.
I ran out of beer about half an hour ago.
I know, you're a good man. I'll go first since we've already touched on it. My whole thing was, have they been listening to us, Bradadass? I haven't put it in the fucking notes.
Yeah.
That's alright, there's no footage of it anyway, because it doesn't exist. The new Fatal Frame for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Tecmo Clay Games has announced they're teaming with Nintendo to make new Fatal Frame. If depending on where you are on the planet, it's called Zero in Japan, it's called Project Zero in, I think, the States or Europe. Fatal Frame here.
No, it was only called Project Zero in Europe and here. Fatal Frame in America.
Fatal Frame. Okay.
And I think Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame. It's the fifth
Race
game in the
related.
It's the fifth game in the series. Basically, horror, drippy girls, ghosts, and cameras. It's a nightmare game to play. Bradadass
I hope
loves it.
they take out some of the UI, the points and stuff that pop up, because it kind of takes it away.
The immersiveness out. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Zero shot.
It's still scary though.
Oh yeah.
Let's not pretend.
Oh no, it's fucking terrifying.
Great game. So that's exciting. We'll see that in 4.5 years probably.
Good times.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Great. My maximum hype is for Lords of the Fallen. It kind of looks like a less painful Dark Souls. It seems to have more of a one-on-one combat focus. Will it get me the same way? I don't know. We'll find out.
Who's developed and what's it on?
I think it's on
Everything
new
but
consoles.
Matt.
New consoles and PCs, I would assume. I can't remember who's developing it.
Have you played Dark Souls 2 yet?
No.
Still replaying Dark Souls 1?
Yeah.
Good man.
Back to old faithful Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter's coming out with their third module, Curse of Icewind
Wizard.
Dale.
Wow.
The wizard.
Wizard. Why did it do that? That was weird. Didn't do it that time. Fuck it.
Who knows? Just wanted to fuck with you. So some of the new monsters we're gonna see: the Beholder, undead giants. Stop laughing about the fucking wizard. And the Remoras. Couple of key points: post 60 advancement. This is what I was talking to you about, earlier about, Brad.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they haven't lifted the level cap at all in Neverwinter. What they're doing is any XP you accumulate over level 60, you can use that on other rewards. So I'm assuming stuff like buffs and potions and equipment and things like that. Dungeon keys. This looks good to me. They're adding dungeon keys with the time-based dungeon events. And when you get that keys, you can actually delve into that dungeon later at your own leisure. So you don't have to wait for the event to come around again to do that dungeon if you want to. PvP campaign. Not sure how I feel about this. So they're going to feature a PvP campaign. So it'll have daily quests that are focused on stuff like killing other players. Or navigating through dungeons to collect resources in the PvP areas. So I guess they're trying to add a new element to PvP. I don't know how it's going to go. I guess we'll see. I know neither of you guys play many MMOs, but I don't know. Afro, have you got anything you want to add to that stuff? Or
it sounds interesting, like the timed events that they're basically saying you just need to get the access to it, and then you can just do it at your own pace. That's really neat, because at times when I've played MMOs where they've had like the time events, I'm always at work when they have the time events, and I never got to do them, and it just aggravates the hell out of you because of that. So being able to do it at your own pace without having to strictly stick to their schedule sounds really, really neat.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see how it goes, especially when they run some of the time-based events. I guess it's not so bad for you, but for me, some of the events are run in US Prime, which is the middle of the night for us. So you log on and the event's just about finished, and what do you do?
Like for me, like actually about 15 minutes ago would be when I normally get off of work.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I'm actually kind of in the same boat a little bit.
So have you been playing Neverwinter sort of periodically, or is this going to bring you back into the fold again?
I've been playing a little bit when the other two modules come out. I don't play it consistently, but it's like every other MMO that you invest time in. You're going to go back to it at some point. I mean, I always go back to Eve every now and then and poke about when they put an expansion out or release some new ships or something. So,
did you hear about the Eve guys who are going to fight the MMA guy?
Those guys are going to get fucked up.
They're going to get their heads
while we're on
kicked
that,
off.
so the devs from Eve, some of those at the Eve convention in Iceland are going to be getting in a cage with an MMA fighter, and we'll see how that ends.
It's going to look a bit like this.
It's going to look a bit like giraffes fighting.
Except one giraffe is just going to get completely fucked up.
Be a giraffe fighting a dwarf.
It's going to be a bit like that TV show Bully Beatdown, where they put dickheads in the ring with MMA fighters.
You watch some interesting TV, Bruce.
I do.
Wicked. Afro, you're excited
Yes.
about Star Citizen. Tell us more about it.
I am very excited about Star Citizen. I mean, it just the entire concept of the game is just so, I don't know, like refreshing. Like even their concept on death, like it's not this constant. If you die in this, basically it amounts to an MMO. But if you die, you don't just keep infinitely respawning. You have a finite number of respawns that you have, and eventually you're just going to be dead. But the way they handle this is when you create your character, you name a next of kin, and when your character finally dies, your next of kin becomes your new character, and they have a lot of the same reputation and everything that you have, just at a slightly reduced level. And they have all the equipment you have because you had it insured, but that it's just they took an interesting route of addressing the whole. There's no consequence of just doing the whole Leroy Jenkins thing and just charging in and dying. You know, you can do that for 2 or 3 times, but on the 4th time, you're really dead, and you're gonna have to face some consequences of doing that.
That's a cool spin.
It's just. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying that's a very cool spin on things where you're naming your next of kin to take over, and you're dead, but you're not dead in the same thing. You're back at a slightly lower level.
Yeah, and they even said that when this happens, when your character finally dies, they'll have like a funeral cutscene, so you can attend your own funeral, and apparently that will be like in the persistent universe where your gravestone on whatever planet will be there. Probably in like an instance or something, but it's just like, so when Afromunkee 1 dies, Afromunkee 2 can go back and put flowers on his grave. That's awesome.
Yeah, shit on his grave.
Go dig up
Heckle
his
him at his
corpse.
funeral.
Carry it around with you.
That's cool. Well, have we made it through the wilderness somehow? Have we made it through?
Possibly.
I think there's one more.
What?
I was going to say there's one more.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. Horrors that await me. We are in the sandbag. That's basically another way of saying listener contributions. We should probably call it that so people actually contribute, but that's fine.
The people's sandbag.
The people's sandbag. I like it. Let's lock that shit in. You can have your say if you... No, I'll do that at the end. Shelby, on the Facebooks, has a question for us. It's not game related, but she's got a question anyway, and we'll take it since there's nobody else contributing. Mashed potatoes or baked potatoes? Which is y'all's more preferred way to eat a potato? It's probably a reference to the sandbag and all the potatoes and spud and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe.
Mate, I love mash. I'm a wizard at mashed potato. Wizard!
Wizard!
So mashed is mine.
I'd go mashed as well.
Good man.
Yeah, I usually go mashed myself.
Good man.
It's just so versatile, really.
Yeah. Some mashed potato with some cheese, some bacon, some onion, mushrooms.
Like anything, pretty much anything you can do to a baked potato, you can pretty much do to mashed potatoes as well. I mean, let's just get that out there.
True.
I mean, really, it's just a lot less effort. They're just as delicious. I don't see why anyone would want to go with baked potato when they could just have mashed potatoes.
That's right.
Mashed potatoes don't go dry as shit like baked potatoes can do too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't have a preference.
Like, we could do an entire podcast just about this subject.
Based on ease, probably mashed potato.
Yeah. Mashed potato. It's all happening. Fucking that was easy. There you go, Shelby. We went into way more detail than I thought we would about that.
Yeah.
We've got another message from JBJ Blaze. Let's hear the horrors that await us here, right now.
Hello there, 8-bitsers. This is JBJ Blaze with
The question for Brad and Bruce. Who is a bigger jerk out of and Afro, even though you probably just have met Afro?
Thanks for answering my question at all, if you do at all, and have a great show, and thanks for the great show. No, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Why does all of his
What is happening?
He is a frightening man.
Like, you're really fucking with my head. You gotta stop doing it.
Just fucking stop dropping lines of acid, Afro. They sounded fine to me. I'm going to answer this too, because I know the answer. but you guys go. Did you hear what he said?
I did.
Kinda.
He wants to know out of you two who you think the bigger jerk is between me and Afro.
Even though we've only met Afro for an hour and 17 minutes.
That's all you need.
Well, I mean, I could be a big jerk. You got to get a lot more alcohol than I have in me right now for me to be a real jerk, though.
Don't remind them about how I am on alcohol. I will answer first. I would say it's Afro, only because when he's in the studio with Brent and Eric, and they don't start the show, he doesn't get off his ass and slap a bitch, and that drives me crazy. It's like, fucking yeah. So he's such a jerk, Afro.
Your lack of violence.
Yes. You won't smack a bitch. Anyway.
I'm going to say you probably enjoy more of a jerk than Afro does. But that's not what we're talking about.
Oh! Snapple jerk. Everybody loves a good jerk. Good wristy. Anyway. These are the facts. Thanks, Jabes, for your question. We're all dodging, which is good. Bruce.
I have some things for the sandbag.
I know you do.
So we're going to start. So our resident fan artist Shelby has done another drawing. She's made it for your birthday, Mass.
That's exciting. She learnt Photoshop.
Whoa.
Is that what I'm learning?
No, this isn't Photoshop. She's drawn it and coloured it in.
Holy shit.
I'm not going to show the internet to start with. You can decide whether you want to. I've emailed it to you.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
I'll get it ready. No, I won't, because I'll spoil it.
So there it is.
Oh God. What's going on?
So Maz is tied up by...
Who that?
I think that... Shelby, you're going to have to
yeah.
answer that. Is that you full of tentacles?
Oh my goodness. You can get to Shelby on Facebook.com/ is it Shelby Fan Arts?
Shelby Fan Arts, yeah.
Shelby Fan Arts.
Mate, you have to drop the chat for a second so they can see the tentacle.
Oh,
into
yeah.
the jeans.
Going deep.
Going deep.
Thanks, Brad. Yes, that's my favourite bit.
The tentacle.
I like how I don't look very happy about it either. It's like...
You've probably got a tentacle inside of you.
Just because you're being molested by the
It's-
legend of the demon peen.
That'd be the only thing that would make this better, is if the end of each tentacle was the head of a
Was
penis.
a peen.
Yes. Oh, Afro, welcome. Welcome to this.
It's not that you're not happy, it's that you're concentrating a lot right then.
Oh,
Like-
yes. You got to enjoy
You got a
it.
lot on your mind in
wanna,
that picture.
you don't want to pop too soon.
Fucking hell. Well, we have reached the end of another wonderful show.
Good way to cap it off.
Yeah, thanks, Shelby. That's the best present ever. I'm going to print that out and hang it in my parents' house. Christmas
I
present.
will like to say that I remembered that it's MC Pro hosting.
Yay! MC Pro hosting.
You remembered, or you looked it up on a wiki somewhere?
Wiki.
Shut up!
Wiki cheats. Thanks, Afro, for being our guest today. You are at Afromunkee. That's MUNKEE on the Twitters, and same on the YouTubes, and same on the Twitch. He plays all the games and does all the streams and does all the things. Care to elaborate?
Guys, this was a freaking blast.
I love it when that's the case,
No,
because it means we get some
I
backup
had
guests.
drank basically a case of Bud Light, so that could have something to do with it, but I had a great time.
That's fine.
That's fine. We say that to all of our guests. You know, it'll help if you drink for 2 hours before we go live.
Don't say that to Eric, though.
No shit. Hello.
Otherwise, you'll end up
2
with
hours
me and
of
Brad
fun.
just going, hello. Eric, hello.
So hopefully we'll grab Eric on the next show as well. In
Yes.
big action, and we'd love to have you back sometime.
Yes.
It's good times.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been a blast. Cheers.
Definitely.
You can also check us all out on Twitters. I'm extremebeyond. Brad is _Bradidas. Bruce is Bruce Uncut. It's good times. We are all pretty much the same thing on YouTube. If you want to see what we do, Brad doesn't have the underscore.
Gotta fix that shit.
That's the only
Patch
thing
your shit, Blizzard.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. You can go to our website, 8bitspodcast.com. You can check out all our old episodes. You could be a wicked sponsor like Vlash was this week. Thank you so much, Vlash, for your ongoing support. You fucking rock our world and help us get to PAX. You can help us get to PAX too. If you go to our Facebook, there's some details on there. That's facebook.com/8bitspodcast. We're going to PAX Australia in Melbourne. It's going to be great. We're going to bring you some content. Fuck sweet. We might even try to stream from our hotel if it's not $400 a minute. Use all that bandwidth. We'll see how we go. That's going to be good. If you have anything you want to ask us or comment on and would like us to chat about, just put it on our Facebook. We will put you in the people's sandbag.
Don't we also have an email address people can send things to?
8bitspodcast@gmail.com.
I didn't even know we had that. So there you go. 8bitspodcast@gmail.com. Maybe I could set up a sandbag at 8bits.com because we do own that website.
Oh yeah.
Probably
We should
should.
probably do that. We're almost as bad as the Dead Works Party trying to get Shaft, which is Shaft fan.
Actually, you guys are probably a little bit more on top of it than we are.
Oh,
That's what we like to hear. Thank you, chat room, for joining us. You're all a bunch of legends.
Yeah.
And any final thoughts?
Pudding.
You need to add the email. 8bits email.
Hey,
Might as well start using that.
email. Yeah, that's a good idea.